Okay, so you've recently taken up paddle and you're in love with the sport. We've all been there. You've got yourself a racket, you've got balls, shoes, all the apparel, you've got the paddle bag, towels, sweatbands, but there's still something you are missing. This is something that can really help you prolong the life of your balls, and I'm here to tell you about it today. So stick around and we'll go through the pascalbox ball pressurizer from Bullpadel. Hello Paddle World, my name is Marco, and for those that have watched my previous video on how to look after your paddle balls will know that I'm a massive fan of my pascalbox ball pressurizer from Bullpadel. It's been around for quite a while, not many people know about it, but I get a lot of questions about it, and so today I thought I would walk you through what it is, how to use it, where to get it, and obviously how much it costs. So stick around and let's get into it. So the typical lifespan of a paddle ball is around 3 to 4 matches, and it all depends, of course, in the climate you play in, the level of paddle you play at, and how you look after your balls. But with the ball pressurizer, besides prolonging the life of your ball, you can really increase your playing experience by making sure that your balls are as fully pressurized as possible before each match. So what comes in the Bullpadel pascalbox box? Quite simply, you get the cylinder or the main chamber where the balls are going to be stored. There's a screw-on lid with a helpful pressure gauge for paddle balls, tennis balls, pro tennis balls. There's the hand pump, which we'll use to introduce air into the pressurizer. There's a lubricant to help maintain the pressurizer overall. And there's a valve cap that keeps the pressure in and protects the valve at all times, so you don't have to worry about it bouncing around in your bag, in your car, or just carrying around in day-to-day use. To show you how easy it is to use, I'm going to do a quick demonstration for all of you because you might find it helpful if and when you actually get the ball pressurizer itself. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the main cylinder. You can see here I'm going to take 3 balls that I played with the other night that I feel probably need some pumping up. I then take the lid, and you can see here the lid has got the gauge and it's also got the valve protector here. I'm simply going to screw this on top. It takes a few twists and turns, and I'm just going to make sure that it's on really tight. Obviously, being a ball pressurizer, you're going to be introducing air inside, and any sort of things that aren't tight enough are going to release that air. So I'm going to just take off the valve protector here. I'm going to put it aside. I'm going to take my pump. It's kind of like a bicycle pump, if anyone's used to those. And I'm going to introduce it through this very useful guided groove here. Right, so I'm going to put the pump on there. What's important with the pump is that you lock it in place. So you do that by lifting up the little lock mechanism here. And then what I typically do is I hold it quite close to my chest and I pump up the balls. Now you'll notice I keep an eye on the pressurizer, on the gauge, just because I don't want to overdo the balls too much. And so I do just move it up until it gets to the paddle side. You might be hearing a faint squeezing. That's a good thing. It's showing that there's a lot of pressure being introduced into the cylinder itself, and it's going to pump up the balls to the best level possible. Once it's gotten up to the paddle gauge or the marking, I then release the lock mechanism. I take the pump off, I put the gauge protector or the valve protector back on, I screw that on, and there you have it. So you might not be able to see here, but I have pumped it up to the first level, which is paddle balls. So I find that pretty useful. Sometimes if I know that the balls are quite flat, I'll do it a little bit higher to the tennis ball level, but I will leave this for a couple of hours before my next match, and then I'll be ready to play with. If I am to offer a piece of criticism or a downside of the ball pressurizer itself, you can see here it's quite a bulky piece of equipment. It is a little bit heavy, so it can add some extra weight to your paddle bag. I don't find it a massive issue. I typically pump up my balls at home before any match, I will just empty my balls out into my bag, and I'm not carrying the ball pressurizer around. But even if you do keep it in your car or you keep it in your paddle bag, it's not too much of an extra weight, but it's something that I just thought would be important for everyone to know, that it isn't the sleekest and lightest ball pressurizer, but the mechanics and the actual efficacy of it is super high, that I think it outweighs the weight or the size of it. At this stage, you're probably wondering, okay, Marco, how do I get my hands on this ball pressurizer? Do your own research, have a look online, do your own searches, go to a local paddle club. There are other ball pressurizers out there. I personally feel that this is one of the best, but definitely do your own research and see if you can find any others. I usually direct people to a site called Smash In or Trade In. They're the same companies. They offer worldwide delivery, and they also have what I've seen is the best price for this ball pressurizer. So on average, you can get it for 50 USD or 50 euros. If you're looking to buy it in places like Singapore, it's around 70 Singapore dollars. And as I said, they offer worldwide shipping, so it's quite convenient. If you do find it anywhere else that's either cheaper or more available or offers more delivery options, please do add it in the comments below. But to make it easier for all of you, I'll add a link in the description below, so please feel free to visit that and have a look for yourself. So there you have it. That is the padelbox ball pressurizer from Bullpadel. The model I've been showcasing is the 3B, which holds 3 balls. They also have a 4-ball model, which is the 4B. So really, if you want to have a bigger capacity, then you can go for that one. But if you have found this video useful, then please do consider subscribing to my channel for more paddle content. Give the video a like and add any comments or questions below. I do get back to all of them. And also I'll be adding a lot of useful information from this video in there, so links to the ball pressurizer itself, and hopefully you found those useful. But until next time, see you on the courts.